أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة.
I think when the initial raids happened post 9/11, a lot of computers were taken, a lot of people were jailed. I think the masjid account was actually frozen. We had worked very closely with Holy Land Foundation at the time, whose accounts were also frozen. I think it was the largest Muslim relief organization in the world at the time. So there is a lot of trauma from that, and there is a lot of I would say distrust between the masjid and government agencies. It's starting to heal. It's starting to get better. But we have had conversations with Homeland Security and multiple different agencies at the time. Listen, if there's anything that you guys need or anything that you guys would like to talk about, just come through the front door. We're open. We're willing to discuss. But if you start putting plants, and we found multiple, or people who are coming to just observe or to spy on us, this is something that's not going to be appreciated, again, because of the past that we've had here at the institution.
What do you think makes the difference in, I guess, healing or in changing the distrust?
So it's a two-part question. In terms of what brings healing is transparency. I think that's something that's really important to be able to get up on the mihrab or on the minbar, on the podium, and to actually openly discuss it and say, hey, listen, this is what happened. And I fear that many times these issues are not discussed out of fear, so people will avoid actually talking about them. I've tried making it a personal position where I openly discuss these things. I was like, hey, remember, there's a time where there are members of this community who were jailed. Some of them still in jail. People's bank accounts were frozen. People are still suffering many times from the aftermath of what happened there. So computers were taken, and it was a very intrusive process. And I said, and what happened after that? We were able to recover. We were able to build better relationships, more transparent relationships, more mutually beneficial relationships at that point. So I think that definitely helps with the healing, the idea that we can actually talk about it and we can actually discuss it, and without a fear that's associated with that. Kind of okay, yeah, this is something that's happened, and this is how we dealt with it, and this is how we transitioned out of it, and these are some of the healthy responses that we've had since then. The second question you had was how to build I guess trust with those government agencies, and I would say the same thing. Transparency. It's very important for everyone involved in any relationship, and this is something that many times we overlook. If I want to build a relationship with a community, or if I want to build a relationship with an organization, I personally believe that there are two things that are very necessary for that, and that's transparency and consistency. I have to be very transparent in my messaging, what it is that I'm saying, what it is that I want, what are my expectations, and I have to make sure that I'm consistently enforcing them, that I'm not giving special treatment to certain individuals, that I'm not giving special treatment to certain people, that I'm not allowing rules to be bypassed or overlooked. And the moment one of these two is broken, I believe that's where relationships actually break down, and that's where you have frustrations.